Weight shift control 11.5 approaches and landings. Ballooning during the roundout can occur if the pilot misjudges the rate of descent and increases pitch attitude too rapidly, causing the aircraft to climb. This phenomenon can be dangerous as it increases the altitude above the ground and may lead to a stall. Recovery involves lowering the nose to increase speed and return to a gradual descent. If ballooning is excessive, it is advisable to execute an immediate go-around rather than attempting to salvage the landing. Full power must be applied, and the nose lowered to prevent a stalled condition. Crosswinds add complexity to ballooning situations, as the crosswind correction may be compromised. The lower airspeed post-ballooning makes the crosswind more influential, requiring increased crabbing to compensate for drift. Maintaining directional control is crucial, and if there's any doubt or the aircraft starts to drift, a go-around should be initiated. Bouncing during touchdown can occur due to an improper attitude or excessive rate of sink. The severity of the bounce depends on the airspeed at contact and the rebound attitude. Corrective actions for a slight bounce involve applying sufficient power to cushion the subsequent touchdown and adjusting the pitch smoothly. Extreme caution is required, especially in crosswinds, where the aircraft can roll with the wind, exposing more surface to the crosswind and drifting more rapidly. In severe bouncing, the safest procedure is to execute an immediate go-around. Full power should be applied while maintaining directional control and lowering the nose to a safe climb attitude. Attempting to salvage the landing from a severe bounce is discouraged as airspeed diminishes rapidly in the nose-high attitude, potentially leading to a stall. Porpoising, characterized by a series of jumps and dives after a bounced landing, can result from improper attitude, inattention, or forcing the aircraft onto the runway at a high descent rate. Improper airspeed control, such as a too fast approach, can also contribute. Corrective actions for slight porpoising involve applying sufficient power to cushion the subsequent touchdown and adjusting the pitch smoothly. Severe porpoising requires an immediate go-around to prevent progressive oscillations that could lead to a nose-first impact and collapse of the nose gear. Attempting to correct severe porpoising with flight control and power inputs may exacerbate the situation. Let's talk about what happens after the touchdown. You know, when you're rolling on the runway and suddenly, one wing wants to rise, especially in a crosswind. This can be a bit tricky. The upwind wing is getting more force from the wind, creating a lift differential. If you're not careful, that upwind wing might rise so much that the downwind wing hits the ground. Not a great scenario, right? Now, the trick here is to lower the windward wing slightly before this happens. But if you find yourself in a situation where a wing starts to rise during the landing roll, don't panic. Lower that nose immediately while bringing down the wing. The sooner, the better. The longer you wait, the more exposed your wing is to that pesky crosswind force. Alright, let's talk about something we all want to avoid, hard landings. When that aircraft touches down, its vertical speed goes from whatever it was to zero in an instant. No one likes a rough contact with the ground, especially since it could cause serious damage. That's where our trusty pneumatic tires and shock-absorbing landing gears come into play. They're there to cushion the impact and give the aircraft a bit more time to slow down that vertical descent. Imagine a 6-inch free fall. That's like descending at a rate of 340 feet per minute. The aircraft has just a fraction of a second to go from that rate of descent to zero without causing damage. So, if you ever experience a hard landing, it's crucial to have a thorough inspection by qualified personnel. They'll check if everything is still airworthy after that not-so-smooth contact with the runway. To sum it up, every landing should be well thought out. Evaluate the wind, plan your base and final, and aim to land where you intended. Remember, a gradual descent in the roundout is the way to go. Avoid ballooning or a fast roundout. And if you're dealing with crosswinds or turbulence, use a bit more energy and be ready for power on approaches. Don't hesitate to go around if things don't feel right.